I'm on the beach. This time we're way up north and to the west, and this beach is insane. It's like this beautiful beach, probably like maybe a couple of 100 meters long, sandwiched between these incredible like sea stacks and cliffs, and then on the other side it's just cliffs as well. It's phenomenal. I've actually had a little hike and it's, yeah, awesome. Basically though, for tonight I have 3 projects. I am going to be shooting a quick little video, like I've done a few previously of just like my mates doing their sports, which is basically like 45-second long vertical videos that I can put on Instagram just because I like to do them, a bit of fun. At the moment, I am currently taking a panorama which could very well be like one of the big ones. At the moment, I'm doing a long exposure, which is a bit, technically speaking, is a bit of a hassle because each shot is about, how long is each shot? Each shot is 13 seconds. So I've got to take the shot, 13 seconds, next shot, 13 seconds, and make sure that nothing changes. Now, it was going to be perfect, but cloud has appeared, which is a bit of a shame. I'm getting kind of like sporadic patches of sunlight, which is super not what I want, but I am going to make this work and it's going to be amazing. I've got a bit of time, probably another half hour, 40 minutes before the sun's completely disappeared. So I've got plenty of time to shoot this panorama. This is going to be, I think, probably about a 7 or 8 image stitch. And I have had to get hold of a tripod because I can't hold the camera still for 15 seconds. So luckily my mate who came up with us brought one, so I'm all good. It's going to be awesome. Basically it's this sea stacks and cliffs, and it wouldn't work with the waves, especially if I was doing a panorama, because as I'm stitching it, a wave that's here is going to move to here, which is a real hassle. So I'm literally just waiting for light, to be honest. So there's this huge band of cloud that's like just in front of the sun. I'm like, if there's a little gap, I'll be good. If not, I've got the shot already, but I am hoping for a direct sunlight on the rock shot. And if I'd been 10 minutes earlier, I would have gotten it, but that's just the nature of things.
So I just wanted to make a really quick explanation of this shot because it's quite a technical thing. So it's about 7 images stitched together. What I've done is divided it into sections and then taken the photo, panned across, taken the photo, panned across, taken the photo, panned across. To get the shots in the water that look like that mist, you need a really long shutter speed. So what you need to happen is the shutter opens, all the waves move around, and then the shutter closes again, and that's where you get that blur and it gives you that misty look, which is ideal. It's what I wanted for this shot. So what I was using is a 10-stop ND filter, which is this. It is essentially black tinted glass, and you put it on the front of the lens and it darkens the whole thing. This one is so dark that it can make it possible to shoot with broad daylight a 30-second long exposure, which is what I wanted. So I didn't go over the technical side of things on that photo, and I thought it'd be a good chance to explain that. Once it all stitched together, it worked out great. We'll cut to tomorrow.
Hello, it's the morning. I shot my Northern Home video last night and it went really, really well. I didn't get any B-roll because I was actually using the camera I'm filming with now to film it. It's kind of the downside. I do need to figure out some kind of secondary filming solution. I also need a second person to come with me to film the B-roll while I'm filming. It's a whole thing. But anyway, it went really well. I'll show some of the footage here.
I'm Rob Comurry, and this song is about being in the Isle of Harris and Lewis, up in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland. Never thought I could see this far before.
I think it's going to be a really nice comeback in Northern Home. Rob was singing about Harris, and then we're in Harris, or Lewis, sorry, filming along a cliffside on the beach at sunset. It was amazing. That all worked out. Really happy with how it all went. 2 goals achieved. Also super exciting news. I woke up this morning and I have another booking. So I'd been talking about it with the client yesterday, and today we confirmed. So that's 4 weddings now, so only 11 to go. There's 11 to go, but a really good step forward. I didn't expect to be making headway on that. It's really cool. And even more exciting, she's super keen on getting albums and prints, and for me that's a huge deal. I love selling prints and albums. I love printing so much that, like, for weddings, I'm not even charging for them per se. I'm charging cost price so that I'm not, spending money to do it, but I'm not making money on top of it, because I think it's more important for you to have a physical copy of your memories from the wedding than it is for me to make a couple hundred extra pounds, So yeah, they're basically getting a 36-page album, and they want to get like 100 prints, which is 6x4 prints, which is amazing, which, you know, that's awesome. And they're also getting wedding and videography together. Amazing. This is like the dream come true for a wedding. I'm so excited, and it's a really beautiful location. The date is next July, so I'm looking like my summer's going to be busy. Really exciting. Fingers crossed I can get a couple more throughout the winter. But yeah, this is a big step forward, and I'm really happy. I'm up on this ridge this morning because yesterday we saw some Highland cows, and they're the cutest thing in the world, and I really would love to photograph them. I did so years ago. I'll see if I can find the photo again, but I've got a photo of a Highland cow, but it's pretty whatever. It's like a straight on shot, and I want to get some more context to the photo, so a little bit wider and have some of the highlands in the shot. So that's kind of my big goal this morning, is to find a Highland cow. I know they're up here somewhere, just gotta go hunt for them. And if I can, cool, that'll add to like my collection of potentially fine art prints. I'm not super sure yet. That's the big mission for this morning. Find a Highland cow, photograph it. I am currently walking along this ridge line here. The plan is to basically follow this all the way along, because that's where we saw the cows before. I am currently on a big rock, so I gotta march down there first. It's a bit marshy, so hopefully my very inappropriate footwear for this kind of walking holds up, but we'll see. Should be fine, probably. Okay, I found them. They were just around the corner from where I was before, which is exciting. They're all looking... That was weird. But yeah, we're in this beautiful little plateau surrounded by big hills. So this could be a really cool chance to get some photos with the background like sloping up away from them. So I'm going to use my tele lens, and I'm only going to sit back as far as possible. Hopefully get some like landscape shots with cows in them, as opposed to just a photo of a cow. You can see them over there. Like I said, you couldn't really see with this lens, but you get the idea of where they are. So my current plan is to maybe photograph them with this sort of ridge line in the background. We'll see how we go, but I am gonna have to get a little bit closer and see what happens. Okay, so I thought I was gonna be done with the cow shots, but I walked along a ridge and I found this one here, and basically I stopped, climbed up this hill, and now I've got this shot of this cow. Now I'm using the tele lens. Obviously it's a little bit tighter than this. This looks very not interesting, but got the cow looking straight at me. I was making moo noises. It was a whole thing. It was great. But yeah, I got this shot, and I think it's a winner. So I hadn't planned on stopping again, but I just look at this place. Like every time I turn a corner, I feel like I'm in a new movie. Up on the other ridge side that I've just filmed, it feels like Cair Paravel, which is really important to me. I have a tattoo for Narnia, you know? From this side, it feels like Game of Thrones. Down the beach is like this completely, it feels like the beach. Like, this place is insane. I cannot get over how cool and unique this place is. To have this entire place completely to ourselves, there's one other person here beside our group. I cannot get over it. It's amazing. The beach is phenomenal. The color is this gorgeous turquoise. We've got so many incredible things, and I'm very happy to be here. So it looks like they're not up yet. I actually decided not to walk along the cliffside. I decided to head back, mainly because I said I was going to be back by in about 40 minutes, and it's coming up to that, so I don't want to be late and have anyone worrying. Don't think they were, because they're all asleep, but you know, just in case. Don't want them to start sending search parties. So I'm going to head back, and then I'm going to head up the other cliff and do some of those long exposures of the rocks. I'm actually thinking I might see if I can snag a photo from here as well, because this looks pretty phenomenal with the high angle of the beach. Guess what I remembered I have? ND filters. So now I can shoot with a shallow-ish depth of field instead of shooting at f1,billion and having boring shots. So I am now on the other side of the cliffs. I am looking down over a bunch of sea stacks and exposed rocks surrounded by water that is sort of flowing around. So the plan is to get a really long exposure shot, meaning probably 30 seconds if I can, to get some really nice shots. I'm also hoping there's loads of seabirds. They could just be seagulls, but they look pretty cool to me. Loads of birds flying around the cliffs, and I really want to see if I can get a tracking shot of one of them, which would be sick. So I'll try and get it on this camera with the video, but I'm going to mainly focus on photographing it because I've got my 135 on already. I'm going to try and get the bird shots first, and then I will swap the lenses, get the bird video with this camera, and then the long exposure photos with this lens on the other camera. Been a whopping 35 seconds and I've got the shot of the bird that I want. I'll show it here. I got a couple, like the second I picked my camera up, a bird just swooped right across my vision and it was exactly what I wanted. I am gonna hang out for a little bit more, see if I can get maybe some detail shots and some other bird shots, but yeah, nailed it. First shot. What is this place? I cannot get it. It's magic. This place is magic. I'll keep doing some more photos because just in case, but as far as I'm aware, I've got the shot I wanted. Can't complain. Awesome.
So I messed up and I didn't talk about my long exposure shots. I did take them up on the cliffs and they worked out really well. I'm going to show them here, and basically the same way I took that photo, the panorama with the long exposure, I did the exact same thing. The only difference is that I put my 10-stop filter on my 35mm lens and not on the 135, so I've got that wider perspective. So that's all from this week. For my trip to Harris, it was a really cool time and I had a really amazing experience. I am going to put all of the photos up here so you can see them, and I am going to put them into a blog post on my website, so if you want to see them on there, you can as well. I'll put the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, really can't wait to see what I do next time.